Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy the Dean, the manmindset.com, man. Oh man, I gotta make a run, so I do a quick video. For my members, guys. I'm working on some really special for you for the month of February of why it is you guys always say you want certain things, but why it is that you keep doing the same things over, meaning that you say you want women and all this other stuff, and you keep going to all these other YouTube channels over and over and over again, trying to get all this information, but you're still stuck where you're at. So that's something that I'm kind of working on and focusing on for February. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk to y'all about. I just wanted to let you know that's what I was doing. Again, I try to answer the YouTube. Like you send me a message on YouTube, or you ask a question, or you giving some respect. I always like to reply back if I can. I was just in the studio working a little bit on the CD, and I was working on the membership when a guy named Dogon Supreme. I hope I didn't get your name wrong. Dogon Supreme asked a question. And this is off of the video I did about when you're having dinner with a woman and she's talking about another man. His reply to my question, and again, I'm not here to argue or anything like this. I'm just here to talk to this young man. But he asked the question. He asked me to answer the question. If a woman starts talking about another man, what do? Do you tell her to shut up, or do you tell her to leave? All right. Now, I always say to you guys, and even because I was listening to Rosebud, and Rosebud was in some shit last night. The answer is 10 times out of 10 in the question. All right. So, what I want to talk about, hold on, guys. I know y'all hate hearing that fucking buzzing noise and shit. I just got in my car, so, my truck and shit, so. All right. So now you won't hear the buzzing noise. But what I'm saying is this. For a lot of you guys, you got to understand what the man mindset is about. For those that want to follow me and understand why this question is telling me more about you than you need to you don't want to know about yourself. One thing we always tell you guys, there are three types of guys out there. There are guys who see the world as flat. That means these are guys that watch things happen. Then you have guys that see the world as round. Those are things that wonder why things happen. And then we have this infinite, we call the man mindset, where you make things happen. Now, this question, again, this is an innocent question because he didn't know. And again, this is no disrespect to you, Dogon Supreme, but again, we're all about honesty, and I'm not trying to embarrass you or anything, but we got to be 100 with this question that you asked. Now, I told you specifically that, and if you were listening, the fact that you were taking the bitch to dinner is the bigger problem. Hanging around and listening to her bullshit and not checking her behavior. That's what I said in the video. But yet you're asking me, but to answer the question. Well, let's be honest here. For a lot of you guys, I won't even say your name, Dogon, like as in I'm talking to you. I'm just saying for guys who have this world is flat thinking, who neglect personal development, who neglect trying to grow, okay? The honest truth for you, sir, is that what are you going to do? You're not going to do anything. You're going to sit there and you're going to let her run her fucking mouth, and you're going to sit there and nod your head. You're going to smile. You're going to walk on eggshells. Because if you don't know right now what to do, and this is no disrespect, we just keeping things 1,000. If you don't know what to do when a woman is disrespecting you that bad, that's telling me you're not going to do anything at all. Because if you think about it, you shouldn't even be at dinner with this motherfucking woman. But yet, you didn't even look at that or think about that. You're sitting around asking me to answer the question, if a woman starts talking about another man, what should I do? Should I tell her to shut up? Should I get up and leave? You're not going to do any of that because she knows you're not going to do any of that. That's why she's talking that shit to you, because she knows you're going to take it, because she knows that you don't know you. She knows you got world is flat thinking. She knows that you have anxiety, fears. You stay in your comfort zone. You're trying to impress her. You're walking on eggshells. So you're not going to do anything. If I told you to tell her to shut up, you ain't going to tell her to shut up. Let me tell you why you're not going to tell her to shut up. Because if you could tell her to shut up, there wouldn't be any dinner date. Think about that for a second. If you could tell her to shut up, do you really think you're going out to dinner with her? No, you're not. Because you're going to tell her, this is what we're going to do. This is where we're going to go. And if you don't like it, fuck you. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Sometimes y'all ask questions, but you already know the answer. If a woman is being that disrespectful to you, that's telling she already knows that you're not going to do anything about it. Because if you have to ask the question, and this is no disrespect, I'm just being real with you guys, because a lot of motherfuckers aren't being real with you. If you have to ask that question, knowing the two choices that you gave yourself, you said, do you tell her to shut up? You get up and leave. You had the solutions, but the fact that you couldn't think on your feet that fast is saying that you're not going to do anything at all, and that's no disrespect. That's just what it is. Because if you had the man mindset, which you don't, and let's be honest, this wouldn't even have been a question, because you're not looking at the subsystem parts. You're looking at everything as a whole. Remember, the system is only going to function when the subsystem parts work. When the subsystem part isn't working, the system as a whole won't function. Meaning this, you're looking at the bitch talking about another guy. You're not even thinking to yourself, why the fuck would I even be at dinner with a motherfucker that I don't know? You're not even looking at the little pictures. You're so busy thinking about, what if she talks about another guy? Why the fuck are you on a dinner date with that bitch? That's the $1 million question. That's the question you should be asking yourself. Or this one, what did I say or do, whether it was the approach or the text messaging or on the phone, that gave her the idea that she could talk about another motherfucker in my presence? Now, like I told you before, when you're a man about shit, they're going to test that, because they know that there are a lot of guys out there that portray to be men. But in your case, this is not you in your case. In your case, she's talking about another guy because she's not interested in you. And she knows that you're not going to tell her to shut up. And she knows you're not going to tell her to leave. But the thing that I'm asking you as a question is, why would you be there in the first place? That's the question you should be asking yourself. If you're not there, how can she bring up another motherfucker? How can you walk away from her if you wasn't there in the first place? This is why we tell you guys, you got to have some help, because you're not seeing the big picture. You're not even seeing the small parts of the picture. Why? Because your mindset is stuck in a way that is always going to keep you in a vicious cycle of where you're at now. That's why I decided for my members, I'm going to do 4 hours on working towards breaking this cycle. Because a lot of you young men, you just don't know why you do what you do. Remember, self-definition, self-concept, self-focus. Y'all don't have those things. So you don't know why it is you do what you do, number one. But number two, the fact that you're asking me to answer the question's already answered in there. Look, here's my thing. I don't want to hold your hand. As men, I want to give you the tools and help you work towards your greatness. But if holding your hand every step of the way is something that you want, then I can't help you because you're not trying to help yourself. Because you asking me to answer the question, do I tell her to shut up or do I leave? My question to you is, why the fuck are you at dinner in the first place? Why are you sitting across from somebody you know is not interested in you? Because if she was interested in you, she wouldn't want the dinner. Because when a woman is truly attracted to you or you have her attention, she doesn't matter. She doesn't give a fuck where you go as long as she is spending time with you. But when she's curious about you and she doesn't know about you, or she thinks that you're like those other guys, the other cookie cutters, you got to give her something back for her time, meaning you got to take her out to dinner. Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go too long. I usually like to keep these things short, but I just wanted to talk to Dogon Supreme, whatever your name is. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but if you ask a question, again, this is what this is about, Q&As and me helping you out, not me disrespecting you. By no means I'm trying to disrespect you. I'm here to answer any questions that you have, and I appreciate the question that you have, but you got to take a moment, sit back and think about what you said. It's not about telling her to shut up. It's not about getting up and leaving. You shouldn't be there in the first fucking place. That's the whole point, man. That's the whole point. And the fact that if you are there, that's showing her that you are weak. You have no spine. You have no backbone. And she can do and say whatever the fuck she wants. And not even 9 times out of 10, not 10 times out of 10, but 11 times out of 10, you guys are just going to nod, smile, and keep the conversation going. Because you don't have the balls to check these women at the fucking door early on in the relationship. Guys, like, subscribe, share. I'm the Dean. I'm sorry I had to go over with this, but I just need to make sure y'all had a little bit of clarity and understanding about how deep this is. And as long as you have this world is flat thinking, you are never going to grow. You can stop listening to me and listen to someone else. You're still going to be the same individual. But anyway, for my members and everything, I'm working on that right now. I'm going to get you 4 hours for February to work on to fix and start working towards breaking that vicious cycle so you can start doing the things that you really want to do. All right, man. I'm the Dean, man. Sorry for this is long, but hey, what's his name? I forgot your name. I wrote it down. Shit. Dogon Supreme. Thank you for the question that you had, man. No disrespect, but I just want to be honest and real with you, big dog. Okay, keep it 1,000. All right, big dog. Holler at you later. Peace.